A North Texas company says hold-up men took millions of dollars without wearing robbers' masks or carrying guns. It appears to be one of the area's biggest cases ever of computer hacking. Tonight, CBS 11 investigator Robert Riggs reports that those accused are among a who's who in the international transportation business.
There was no sign of a break-in at the North Texas offices of XL Transportation. But the thieves made off with $150 million worth of trade secrets, according to XL's president, simply by hacking into XL's computer network for 7 months.
Yeah, it's a very strange feeling to think that somebody has seen everything you've seen, everything you've sent, everything you've received from business people, from my boss, from customers, from my wife.
Excel?
Have you heard anything on the comp check?
The rate on that's $1,100.
What if I paid you more on...
Suspicion began to mount as XL lost more and more business, pairing up shippers to carriers to move freight around the world. A new Plano company named Total Transportation Services, or TTS, started by some of XL's former executives, seemed to have an uncanny knack of taking away XL's customers.
The competitor was like one step ahead of us. They couldn't have known we were going to see a certain person, or they couldn't have known what we were going to talk about when we went to see that person, unless they were getting information from somewhere. So
XL now alleges in a federal lawsuit that these were no ordinary hackers. XL's lawsuit alleges that 4 of its former executives hacked into its computer network almost 1,200 times and accessed the email accounts of 65 top-ranking employees. 2 of the former XL executives, Mike Musacchio and Roy Brown, left XL and became officers at TTS.
There we go.
They're accused of installing a backdoor into XL's computer system, according to this email titled, "You Will Enjoy This." Musacchio, who had left as XL's CEO a month earlier to establish TTS, asked Brown, "How are we going to get into email after you leave?" Brown, who left XL for TTS 3 days after writing the email, replied, "Not a problem. I have the backdoor password that only I know and no one else can change." Musacchio replied, "Beauty."
What was so beautiful about that?
Well, in this case, they had super user status. They could get into the company at any time.
XL's attorney, Matt Yarbrough, is a former federal cybercrimes prosecutor.
This is no different than your child cheating off the paper of someone sitting next to them. You wouldn't put up with that conduct for your kid. We certainly don't want corporate CEOs and executives and American industry doing the same thing.
In a written response, the attorney for TTS states that Musacchio and Brown were told last April to resign or be fired. Musacchio and Brown are no longer with TTS, and their attorneys declined to comment. The hacking lawsuit raises deep concern about the vulnerability of corporate business secrets in the age of the internet. Karen?
All right, Robert.